started in the military side.
Okay.
So we were building military products from about 2001 to 2000. Well, we still build them, but really till about 2012. That was a major component of the revenue stream for the company.
Okay.
Incredibly volatile, incredibly difficult to predict. You're always chasing the next contract, and it was a real challenge. So we were working with a Danish wind turbine manufacturer back in 2007 and 8, and they asked me to redesign some products that they were having issues with out in the field, and that got us into the industrial market work at height safety, where we build payload carrying vessels that protect assets and personnel. So really what we're doing there is we were preventing loss, right? So you either have loss of an asset or you have loss of personnel, and both of those are very expensive.
Yeah.
So we build really high-end, highly engineered safety products for that work at height market. And then we jump into outdoor rec and a lot of other different kind of categories that soft goods are needed.
Okay.
No apparel.
I grew up in Iowa, and I got to see a ton of wind farm, the towers and things like that. It's crazy how tall they are. It's big.
300 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Fun going up in one.
Oh, you've been up there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's fun.
Not for me.
Up there.
Yeah, well, we go up to, it's funny, when you see them from below, you don't realize how big they are. And then when you get up on top, you realize how small they are.
Oh.
Because they're inside of there is this incredible amount of equipment. And so you're crawling over heavy metal objects, and
Yikes.
you have hardly any head space. You're constantly banging your knees and your head.
Right.
It's so tough. Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
tough. But yeah, that's kind of the background. Then we got into outdoor rec much heavier in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Primarily because a lot of our products were being used in the venture-based, vehicle travel-based market or overland kind of crowd.
Yeah.
And so we saw an opportunity, and we were doing it as well. So we're like, every time you cut fabric, you end up with what we call drop, right? And it's this waste fabric, and historically it's like 15% of your material goes to waste, right?
Yep.
Wow.
And every day I looked at that and I was like, what are we doing? We got to do something different. So the first step we can take is we can design waste out of the product. But then the second thing we could do is any waste that we do have, what else can we repurpose it into with minor amount of processing?
Yep.
And so we found, pouches, small things like the things you see on the table here that we could take, cut-offs or the end rolls, like a 4-yard end roll that the die lot is never going to match again. You would take that product or that raw material, and then you could convert it into something like this. And it's a little bit of a patchwork quilt of colors, but we try and, we coordinate pretty well. And
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes everything unique,
Yeah,
So we might only be able to
This
produce,
one's fire.
a couple dozen of those.
Yeah, that one is really cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dig
And-
the orange.
And that's one of those, that's the waste from your bag.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
From the inside of the bag?
Yeah.
The orange.
Cool.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
a great orange.
It's
I
resourceful.
haven't,
Yeah.
I haven't seen the orange yet,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's great.
Super
Hell yeah.
poppin'.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that allowed us the opportunity to start building. The sad thing about it is, in a way, is that the sales from that are growing, right? And so we've got this, kind of growth rate in the outdoor industry. We're not creating enough waste now to support it.
To support it,
But
yeah.
there's other ways to get around that. There's ways to buy, eco-friendly fabrics and things that are of recycled nature that we can guarantee are recycled, which is kind of rare in the textile industry, and then turn those into cool products.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.